autumn has come to upstate New York. Fall colors abound, and we welcome you inside Highmark Stadium here in Orchard Park. Tonight we start Week 5 with a primetime matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Buffalo Bills. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
Alert. Middle.
Allen going to go to the air right away. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football.
And part of why they came to this week with a winning record is that they feed off of mistakes like this. And now it's a prime opportunity. Just moments in the game to get a short field touchdown off of their big defensive play. Now on the other side, they were already the underdog in this one. They just made their uphill battle just a little bit tougher.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And the slot man goes in motion left. 1st and 10, Taylor now.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
2nd down, another run to Taylor.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 3rd down, Wilson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Allen. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. That was Nick Bolton rushing in and burying him behind the line. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
And that one hurts defensively. They force him into 3rd and long, had the advantage, yet they give up the big play right there.
Yeah, their offense was already warming up on the sideline, ready to come out. So much for that 3 and out.
Regular. 5 wide.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Allen off the play fake. Right back to Cook for another completion. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. On play action, Allen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that's absolutely going to fire this defense up. They made it their mission to deny that completion, and they came through with a nice hit and knocked it incomplete.
So they're going for it, and here's Allen. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Colts are going to take over with a football. So their first drive of the game already trailing, having given up points. But a little surprised that they went for it, right?
Maybe the big guy, the head coach, senses this is going to be a shootout type of a game. That they've got to match them point for point, as opposed to, hey, we'll get them later. Maybe he just has that sense, and that's why he decided to go for it there.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll be dropped at the 36. It's a good gain of 18 on a play that originated back at the 18. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Taylor. And some room to work. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing is thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. And some room to maneuver. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. I thought as that was developing that he might actually keep it, but the right decision, obviously, to hand the football off.
And some teams do a really nice job of taking a little bit longer at the mesh point, meaning where he's going to hand it off or keep it. Sometimes they ride it maybe a step longer than others. That allows him to make the proper decision and have the right person end up with the ball.
And it paid off with a long touchdown run. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Allen going to go on 4th down. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is going to have the Bills' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Up the middle, it's Cook. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. On 2nd and 9, Allen nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Colts pick it up. The 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen got a man. That's Colin Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On first down, they'll run it on the draw play. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's second down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third and long, it's Allen. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Nick Bolton, his second sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, he's going to flip one out here to his running back. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Bills are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and through, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. From the 41, Wilson. He finds Taylor, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain there of 21 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Play action. Now Wilson. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we come to halftime here with the visiting Colts taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Certainly not what they wanted out of the locker room here as they'll start defensively at the 40-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. You're out.
Now they try the right side here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Colts take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Allen now on first down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. From midfield, here's Allen. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything. Allen from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage
back at the 43-yard line.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
They go play action now. Wilson looking for Campbell downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Dancing to his left. And it's going to be batted down, and will go the other way with the football. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Cook up the gut. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
We're in the 3rd quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10.
To throw, it's Allen. Here's Johnson with a reception. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Colin Johnson,
34 yards.
and the Bills are able to cut into that deficit. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Shaquille Leonard, the linebacker. And the Bills are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Their own 17-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. They find some open field here. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
Throwing is Wilson. And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he's got room. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
88 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's going on.
For a running back, that's kind of depressing, right? You get all that yardage, but still no first down.
Well, it was a mile, maybe a mile and a half to the first down mark.
Yeah.
So he did all he could to get there. A little disappointing at the end, but boy, they gave it a great effort, didn't they? You can't give him a little respect for that, don't you?
And he really helped his yards per carry average, that's for sure.
Yeah, quietly, they'll take that.
Looking for Campbell downfield. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. First down, here's the run with Cook.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Bills first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Allen. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. A give to Cook out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Looking to throw on second down. Allen, that's to Cook out of the backfield. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up first and goal. A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. The extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a return from deep in the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Now a handoff looking right. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Wilson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time to have a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Here's Allen. And Cook has it, left side. And he's going to get this down near the 25. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Allen. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. And the Colts have just about sewn up this football game. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Oh, Wilson going to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and 3rd and 8 now. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. A couple more minutes, and maybe the outcome of this one, Charles, would have been different.